Introducing Mod Breezy and Mod Luma!
What's up, RuneFest? I'm Mod Breezy.
And I'm Mod Luma, and we're here to kick off this year's RuneScape Ahead.
Luma and I are here today to take a look at some of the upcoming content that we announced on our last roadmap update.
That's right, we're going to be taking a sneak peek at all of the important details, including release dates, for all of the updates we have planned from spring to early summer. So, let's jump right into it with 110 skilling updates.
Last year, we introduced a new form of skilling updates to RuneScape with the 110s. These skilling updates are to make sure that we're continuously improving the skilling experience and adding meaningful content to each skill beyond 99.
As you've seen in both 110 skilling updates so far, this includes new content to unlock, new items, new challenges, new rewards, and more. Over the next few years, we're still committed to introducing these types of 110 skilling updates to the rest of the skills.
I've loved working with all of you to come up with ideas and answer questions on how each of these 110 skills should look. And I want to continue to evolve these updates with you. With the release of 110 mining and smithing last year, we received a bunch of great feedback, which we took in to 110 woodcutting and fletching, much of which we're also looking to apply to all of our future 110s. This includes 110 runecrafting, which launches in only 2 days on March 3rd.
In due time, you'll be able to jump in game and craft the new, mysterious Time Rune. Head into the ever-changing Time Altar and get your hands on this new rune, which introduces a whole host of new skilling and combat spells, such as Paradox, which will double the resources you get when woodcutting or fishing, and gives increased mining progress, but at the cost of greatly reduced XP rates.
Or, if PVM is more of your thing, then you'll be hyped to see the return of the beloved Crumble Undead spell, which gives you an extra 30% increased damage to undead enemies.
There's even some nifty new teleports for all you clue chasers out there too.
Quick stop at the mountain camp, anyone?
110 rune crafting will also be coming with a new weapon creation method and the expansive rune pouch that'll allow you to store almost a whole additional inventory's worth of essence, perfect for running runes.
And, not to mention, the level 100 Masterwork Staff, which completes the trifecta of Masterwork weapons. Now, don't worry, we know you really want these effects for the new Masterwork weapons. So, look forward to an update in May, where we're doing exactly that, and adding effects, or changing effects, for legendary PVM weapons, such as the Exakill and Fracture Staff of Armadillo. If you're here at RuneFest and you can't wait until Monday to try out 110 runecrafting, then you can play it over at the LAN area at the back. And if you catch me around, then please let me know your thoughts and feedback. I would love to hear it.
For the next 110 skill, we'll be shifting our focus to 110 crafting, releasing this June. Have your needles and thread at the ready, because with this update, you're going to be making your very own level 90 magic armor. And I know a lot of you out there are going to be asking, crafting, Breezy, does this mean new urns?
It absolutely does. You best brush up on your pottery skills too, because we're introducing a new tier of urns to chuck into your skilling presets and make those juicy gains even juicier. 110 crafting will also release with a powerful set of level 100 Masterwork magic armor. Try saying that very quickly over and over again.
Later this year, we'll see the third and final 110 skilling update of 2025, with 110 Thieving releasing this winter. But we'll reveal more about that closer to release. 1.10 updates aren't all we have for skilling, though. It's been a while since we introduced some new invention tools, hasn't it?
It has been a while. Now, we all love training invention by training other skills, right? I've been doing that again recently on my group Ironman with the Rodomatic. But wouldn't it be great if we could do that with some other skills? Well, in May, we'll be paying Doc in the Invention Guild a visit because he's got an assignment for us. He'll be sending us to Zenaris and the Elven Lands because we'll be discovering blueprints for new skilling tools on your main hand. Like other invention tools, these will come with some bonuses to help you with rune crafting and thieving, so get ready to take them as you craft runes or rummage around in the pockets of innocent bystanders. But these also come with some cool new components, which you can use to make new skilling perks for skills such as mining and archaeology, just to name a couple.
Finally, we're hopping back over to the Blooming Burrow for some more exhilarating Easter fun on April 14th. The Easter Bunny and his nephews have a whole bunch of new egg hunt clues for you to decipher, as well as some new skilling activities involving carrot boats and bees. Bees aside, alongside the Blooming Burrow, we'll be releasing a new permanent duck-themed quest, in which you'll get to uncover your inner quack and explore the new, relaxing area of Paddington. So, keep your eggs peeled for more information around this as we get closer to release.
OK, well, that's everything that we have coming soon, but we're still going to be taking a look at even more of what's ahead. Thank you very much, RuneFest. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Welcome, Mod Shrike and Mod Zura!
Welcome, Lorehounds! I'm Mod Shrike.
I'm Mod Zura, and we're here to introduce the final 2 quests of the Desert storyline, releasing in April and July this year.
This storyline began all the way back in 2001 with Prince Ali Rescue. We've come a very long way since then. You've raided tombs, you've discovered ancient artifacts, and you've done a fair bit of smuggling. You've even restored the spirit of a long-dead pharaoh queen. All the while crisscrossing the desert and learning more about the desert pantheon. In particular, Amascut the Devourer, cat goddess of destruction. Eventually, we opened the gates of Menethos itself, the Golden City, and it was here that you uncovered the fates of 3 of the lesser gods, Krondis, Atmacan, and Het, and you freed them from Amascut's corruption.
More recently, you've made it clear you want us to finish older storylines, starting with last year's Ode of the Devourer, and continuing with the Return to the Desert trilogy. We are finally bringing this 24-year-old storyline to its conclusion.
We released.
We released the first part of this trilogy, Beneath Scabrous' Sands, in January. Here, we finally met the enigmatic god Scabrous and learnt more about Amascut's plan.
Coming up in April, we are releasing Pharaoh's Folly, the second quest in the Desert series. Return to the Desert trilogy. This installment picks up the storyline directly after Beneath Scabrous' Sands and sees you returning to Menethos. It's time to team up with your old friends Ozan and Leela to expose Pharaoh Osman's treachery to the city and make sure that the ruling council is ready to stand up to Amascut. You'll be returning to the shifting tombs, learning more about Menethite's lore, and digging back through the long history of the desert quests to build your case against Osman and confront him once and for all. In return, various parts of the Menopause experience will be enhanced. Among other rewards, Slayers will see better odds of catching Slayer creature souls and more efficient use of Feathers of Mert, while Skillers get more experience from the Shifting Tombs and better outputs from the Soul Altar. Drop rates for various Menopause Journal collection logs will also be enhanced once you complete this quest.
In July, we'll be releasing the final chapter of the Return to the Desert trilogy, Eclipse of the Heart. At the end of Beneath Scabrous' Sands, Amascut gave you an ultimatum. Deliver the last light of Tumakan to her before the new moon, or the shadow of the sun will be cast over the city of Menopause, and she'll devour the souls of all within. In Eclipse of the Heart, the new moon is here, and Amascut's demands have not been met. An ominous green eclipse has appeared over the desert, and her army of soul devourers is poised to strike. You'll need to gather the lesser gods, solve puzzles in ancient tombs, and find a way to stop her army. Several returning characters will be receiving new looks with the finale, including Amascut, who, through the events of the story, will regain her divine feline form. Last, but certainly not least, you'll fight Amascut herself in a version of the boss fight designed specifically for the quest. As one of the rewards for completing the quest, you'll unlock access to the full boss encounter, which will be released the following week. How will her story end? Can she be convinced to see reason, or will she need to be destroyed? Join us in Eclipse of the Heart this July to find out.
Don't forget, we have a lore panel tomorrow morning with myself, Mod Zura, Mod Stu, and Mod Jack, to ask, so we can answer all your questions about RuneScape lore and story. But for now, I think it's time to hear more about that boss.
Let's hear it for Mod Ryan and Mod Ramen!
RuneFest, we are back, unlike Zamorak. I'm Mod Ramen.
And I'm Mod Ryan. And Scapers, your next PVM challenge awaits. For years, you've taken on some of the biggest, baddest monsters in Gielinor. You've claimed powerful gear and weapons. You've shot that undead dragon out the sky, and you've banished gods. And you've probably spent way too long theory crafting rotations and strategies. But let's be real. You're just looking for that next big boss battle.
Well, the good news is, releasing this summer, you will be going up against Amascut herself in an epic showdown. Get your best in slot gear ready. Rally your favorite teammates. Maybe leave little Timmy out for this one, because this will be an encounter to remember. We've got a bunch of stuff we want to show you today, so let's get into it.
So, in the event of the desert finale, Eclipse of the Heart, you'll be thrown into Amascut's vision of the future. This version of the boss encounter will focus on the narrative without exposing any of those mechanics and challenges that we're going to hold back for the main encounter. Of course, don't get too comfortable, because when the full encounter releases, it's going to be a whole different ballgame.
Now, if you're planning at going at Amascut solo, and by all means, you can try, you're going to struggle a little bit, as this will be a brand new group boss encounter. You'll form teams of 5, where coordination, teamwork is going to be key to taking Amascut down and reaping them rewards. Over the last 10 years, we've thrown a fair number of bosses at you. Make a little bit of noise if you've ever died to a boss. Well, clearly we're doing our jobs properly. With Amascut, we're looking to take much of the learnings to make this boss encounter the best it can possibly be. For instance, from Telos and Zamorak for their enraged systems, all the way through to Virago and Solak for their distinct phasing. We want to make Amascut the boss, which is built from RuneScape's greatest hits.
It's our goal to make sure that Amascut feels more intuitive, smoother, and generally more engaging to play. And we know that clearer visual cues are super important to you. And that's why, with learnings from Sanctum of Rebirth, you're going to be seeing telegraphing in this encounter, as well as full voiceover, which is going to help bring the entire narrative to life.
We know group bossing is more of a hurdle for some people, especially you, Timmy. We know not everyone wants to fight something super difficult, which is why we're including both normal mode and hard mode. In normal mode, much like the Sanctum of Rebirth last year, we'll be including that resurrection system, so you can hone the fight without the penalties of death weighing over you. But in hard mode, that's where it gets real, because death is final, but the reward's greater.
But that's not it. For the first time ever, we're going to be fully supporting a world-first race. So what do I mean? Both normal and hard modes will not be available on release. Instead, Amascut will be releasing with a special mode. This mode focuses on enhancing the competition by throwing you straight into the action without giving you the ability to learn those mechanics at an easier difficulty. This is where the best of the best will go head-to-head and fight to immortalize themselves in RuneScape history. The challenge is dialed up significantly to create one of the most epic PVM challenges. And anyone who manages to take down Amascut during the launch period will receive a unique reward to display this feat of strength. And only when a team defeats Amascut for the first time will normal and hard modes become available to everyone. Now, whether you watch or participate, be sure to mark your calendar for the world-first race. This is the greatest challenge RuneScape has ever seen.
Finally, it wouldn't be a boss release without some juicy rewards to get your hands on. First up, we're releasing 2 brand new Tier 95 weapons, each with their own unique passives and special attacks. For our necromancers out there, we have a new necromancy arm guard. And this ain't any old glove, as it's built to bring the power to your soul's build. We're also releasing a new melee weapon with an attack range of 2, giving you more reach in those AoE situations. And for the spellcasters out there, whoa, my mic slipped off. We're introducing a brand new set of magic power armor inspired by the robes of Amascut. But that's plenty of spoilers for now, and there's much more where we want to reveal closer to the launch.
That's all we have time for, but be on the lookout for more information soon. Myself and Mod Rahman look forward to that group invite on Amascut's release. But if you're here at RuneFest, don't forget to stop by, have a chat with us, or come by to the combat panel tomorrow. Thank you so much. See you out there.
This future has not yet come to pass. And with your help, it never shall. Havenhythe is a peaceful place. The people here are simple, good-hearted folk. Farmers, fishermen, miners. These lands are rich and teem with life. Through gleaming rivers and ageless woods, magic sleeps beneath the earth. I have guarded this realm since the First Age, protected it from the threats of the outside world. My people have no fear of the dark, but the darkness may find them yet. I know what lurks within it, a threat I cannot face alone. Things that do not belong in our world. They poison the very land with their lust for blood. These monsters are the greatest danger my people have ever known. I am Inanna, guardian of Gothics. Stand with me against these ancient, treacherous creatures. Their leaders will stop at nothing. Heed my call, hero, and save Havenhythe from this terrible fate.
Please welcome Mod Blackwitch, Mod Jack, and Mod Steel!
Hello again. I'm still Mod Jack.
I'm Mod Blackwitch.
And I'm Mod Steel.
Havenhythe. Sounds pretty cool. But what is Havenhythe? Well, it's a lot of different things.
Havenhythe is a new location. It's a mysterious and isolated land to the east of Mauritania, filled with lost history and bountiful resources. You all saw the danger and excitement in that amazing trailer, but that's not all there is to Havenhythe. It'll also be full with gentle whimsy and mystery, as that variety is so important for what makes RuneScape. Havenhythe will have a very varied landscape, and you'll get to explore all of its different biomes throughout the year. I'm personally incredibly excited that we get to make Havenhythe, as this has given us a whole new area on the overworld to fill with content for all of you to explore.
Havenhythe is a storyline, a quest series. You'll journey to a new land and meet new characters. You'll uncover new lore, secrets of a time never explored before in RuneScape. And you'll face a new threat, one feared even by Gillenor's greatest predators.
Havenhythe is a series of updates, each with their own new location and content to play. And it will all come together into a grand adventure, which you'll experience throughout the year. And I think it's going to be something really special.
The story... We didn't put in pause for applause there. The story begins as you're called to Havenhythe to save it from a never-before-seen breed of vampire. After assembling a team of eccentric vampire hunting experts, you arrive on the west coast to discover the gentle town of Wendelwick.
Wendelwick is Havenhythe's largest settlement. It's an idyllic coastal town, surrounded by impressive cliffs and waterfalls. The town itself reflects its inhabitants, with all of their lovingly crafted houses showing their owners' personalities and quirks. You'll get to know the townsfolk by exploring their homes, inspecting their furniture, and all around making them feel really uncomfortable by just going in and invading their personal space. Seriously, why is everyone just letting you walk into their home and like examining their stuff? Wendlewick will feel new, but familiar at the same time. And once you travel beyond the town, you will find smaller settlements and farms, surrounded by peaceful glades and fields, and beautiful fairy tale-like forests filled with plenty of gorgeous locations for skilling.
Nice bit of music, nice location, some skilling, with a cup of tea and some snacks. That sounds like heaven to me.
You'll meet local characters like Adam the woodcutter, whose common sense wisdom has led his people through crises in the past, or Esther the herbalist, who always cautions rationality. And Jor the hunter, his brash aggression is always giving Esther plenty to do. You'll meet Inanna, a guardian of Gothics, who's watched over these lands through the ages. Everybody wants to stroke her fur, but nobody dares to. She tells you of the vampire threat and what must be done about it. But for now, Wendlewick is safe, and it's up to you to make sure that doesn't change.
Since Wendlewick is a relaxing, chill place, it'll have relaxing, chill gameplay. We're going to start out with some classic RuneScape shenanigans, reminiscent of places like Lumbridge or Taverley. There'll be more to do here than we're telling you today, but in the forest near town, you can level your hunter to 110. This is where you'll get the materials to make level 90 ranged armor and level 100 masterwork ranged armor, as well as the usual high-level training methods. We'll also be including lower-level tiers, because we want Havenhythe to be for everyone.
The story continues as you travel east, beyond the peaceful farmland, to find and face the vampires, and to explore this new land.
And to find more stuff to do.
This area rarely gets visited by the inhabitants of Havenhythe, as the land itself feels almost corrupted. Like, the vibes are just so off. You will have to make your way through misty swamps that feel like a seemingly endless labyrinth, as well as bleak moorlands. The landscape here is lifeless and filled with ancient ritual sites and by the ruins of a long-forgotten civilization. These ruins are so old, older than anything you've ever seen before. Maybe I'd even go as far as to say they might be older than Wojak.
Hey!
Maybe. Anyway, what are they, and who built these ruins? Perhaps we'll never know an answer to these mysteries.
These ruins date to the First Age. Not the First Age you've heard of, where humans and elves and giant animals lived together in peace and harmony. After all, 1,000 years passed between Gothics entering his first long sleep and Zaros's invasion and conquest. This is the lost First Age, when the world fell from paradise and gods, long forgotten, lay claim to its lands and its people. The area we now call Havenhythe was once the domain of one such god, an ancient tyrant who ruled through blood and fear. On the mainland, the chaos of the God Wars has obliterated almost all trace of this time. But on Havenhythe, scattered ruins still remain, undiscovered and as yet unexplored.
This is where the adventure really gets going. With the safety of the town behind, you're free to explore the dangers of this place. You'll find more enemies here, and things will start to get a little bit crazy. So there's this mysterious fog. So you'll have to use all of your skills to get through, and it's like a labyrinth. So if you just keep walking in the same direction, you'll get stuck in an endless loop. So you have to use magic cues to... OK. There'll be a mysterious fog, and we'll see about the rest. I can say that in the ancient ruins, we will have a brand new first stage archaeology dig site. I mean, it's not brand new. It's really, really old. That's kind of the whole point, but you get my meaning. Here, you'll uncover new mysteries to solve, more artifacts for your collection, and a powerful new relic. The knowledge you'll uncover here will be crucial when you face what lies ahead.
We approach the finale as you prepare to face the vampires in the heart of their power.
The further you travel, the more strange and dangerous Havenhythe becomes. And here, vampires are not the only threat to your survival. The landscape is treacherous, and you'll have to make your way over sharp rocks and ravines, and rivers that look like blood.
Can I fish in those rivers?
I wouldn't recommend that. Either way, eventually, you will make your way to the ancient first-stage city of Shurugba. This city is filled with blood magic and enemies. And in the center of it all is a huge red portal. I'm sure that that will be fine and is nothing for us to worry about, right?
It's an open portal to Vampirium, the world of blood and the origin of all vampires. The primordial strigoi that emerged from it are a very old breed of these creatures. They vaguely resemble the atavistic Venators, ancestors of the so-called true vampires, those degenerate pretenders. Has Drakan's fall freed them from some dismal oubliette, or are there deeper plots at work on their world? The twin blood knights that lead them seem far from dismal monsters, but they still stand between you and the portal.
Now, we're deep behind enemy lines, so the danger really ramps up here. You'll find yourself fighting all manner of beasts. With all these vampires, strigoi, and creatures around, that means plenty of combat, including new Slayer tasks and rewards. And all of this builds towards a cathartic finale and a big, bad boss fight. There'll be no shortage of action and danger here in Havenhythe. Mod Ramen and Mod Ryan have plenty of ways to kill you all.
And little Timmy.
Cue cards.
You've been saying that.
But even with the defeat of the Blood Knights, there's still a working portal to one of the most dangerous places in the universe. As long as it remains open, Havenhythe will never be safe. As the story approaches its second year, it'll be time for you to journey to the world of Vampirium. Not the Vampirium you glimpse at through the window of a castle, not a small area in a quest. Vampirium itself. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, when do I get to play all this?
The first stages of Havenhythe and the town of Wendelwick will be with you all early 2026.
We'll keep releasing updates and expanding the land as we journey east throughout the year. And I can't wait to see you all in Havenhythe.
There's so much more to say about Havenhythe, and you'll find out more later in the year. For now, if you have questions, you can find us all at tomorrow's panels, or you can just find us here on the floor at RuneFest. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage, Mod Hooley and Mod Timbo!
Well, I mean, how amazing does so much of that content look? There's so much I want to play. And yes, woos, I like woos. Look, I hope you're as excited about it as we are. Now, I felt like we couldn't finish a RuneFest without the legendary Mod Timbo, everybody. Please welcome in. Mod Timbo, would you like to do the honors and summarize what we have coming up this year in RuneScape?
Yeah, I mean, they mic'd me up and put me on the stage, so I guess I might as well, right? What a RuneScape Ahead. First of all, we have 110 rune crafting, launching this coming Monday. And we're throwing a new rune into the mix, the Time Rune. Then we have 110 crafting in June, letting you get your hands on new high-tier craftable magic armor. Then we're back to the invention table with augmentable thieving and rune crafting tools. That's coming in May, and it comes with a little sprinkle of skilling perks, so you can roll endless gizmos to try and get those perfect rolls. In April, we go back to the desert with Pharaoh's Folly. Try and say that 5 times fast. Where you'll finally get to confront a corrupted Osman. Then, as we enter July, leading into the Eclipse of the Heart, a finale to the Desert Quest series as old as RuneScape itself, you will get to face Amascut the Devourer. Speaking of which, our new group boss, Amascut, will release in August with a new special difficulty mode to get all you PVMers pumped. As rewards go, you'll also get your hands on a new Necromancy arm guard and an opportunity to cosplay as a Amascut in the brand new high-tier 95 magic power armor. Havenhythe looks beautiful and spooky in equal measure. A new area expansion coming next year, which we can adventure and take the fight to the vampires, perhaps even using a deadfall trap to catch them with 110 Hunter.
I think you missed the big gap up there, mate.
Wait, what?
That thing.
Oh, well, I mean, we weren't allowed to talk about designing a new skill, so...
I knew someone was going to say that on stage.
I don't know what it could be.
This.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that.
I mean, can I be hammy?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
OK. Indulge me. It's my first RuneFest. It's amazing to be here. I know it is for many of you. Let's hear it, RuneFest. Do you want to see what's behind that? Yeah! Let's do it.
Go on, then. That's right. Leagues is finally coming to RuneScape.
I had a line here to say, I hope you're as excited as I am. Yeah, you are. That's amazing. Now, many of you obviously know what that is based on your reaction, but for anyone watching at home, do you want to just quickly say, what is a Leagues if they haven't already peered over at old school and kind of got a vibe for what it is?
There is a lot to cover about Leagues, but I'll try and cover it very briefly. Leagues is a limited time game mode where you start again from the beginning. But this is no ordinary Gillinor that you log into. Accelerated XP rates, rare drop rates, a brand new theme, and as you travel through the land, you'll discover tasks to complete, which unlock awesome, overpowered new items, passives, to really change how you play the game. While there is so much more that we'd like to say on the stage today, more information will come out through the year, and you can ask those questions tomorrow at tomorrow's Keynote panel. But you can expect to have the same rush as an old-school League, with a sprinkling of RuneScape flavor added, much like how we designed Group Iron Man.
I literally cannot wait. And I'm guessing by this room, many of you can't. So there you have it, RuneFest. In 2025, you are getting a packed year, including our first ever Leagues, a group boss with a challenging mode that will only be available on release for the world's first race, the end to an iconic desert quest line you've all been waiting for, loads of awesome skilling content and more. And then in 2026, the spotlight turns to Havenhythe, where we travel to a new area of Gillinor to discover, uncover, and unearth what lies there. And I guess thanks to Timbo, you also know that RuneScape has a new skill now in development. We hope all the plans today have brought you some real joy. Thank you so much for being here. We'd love to hear what you think. If you're here on the show, come grab any of the people you saw today. Let us know what you think. Let us know what we're excited for. If you're out there in the community, you've joined this moment too. We want to hear from you out in the community. Let us know what you're excited for. Let us know your thoughts. Other than that, there's nothing to say, except thanks so much all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of RuneFest, and we'll see you in Gillinor.
Bye.